Hey everybody. Just a quick update. So first of all, I wanted to address a couple of things here about the Bitcoin miners. I'm just gonna go through a few things I'm seeing here. Have I been wrong over the last few months? Sure. Should I shut up? I don't really feel like it. If you want me to shut up, feel free to not watch if you like. I really don't care. I'm gonna keep talking and sharing my thoughts, and I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, my money goes down with it. So the time to get bullish, and this is the monthly chart for CleanSpark. The time to get bullish on CleanSpark is not up here when price is way over the upper Bollinger Band on the monthly chart. The time to get more bullish is really more when it's getting back down to support, right? Well, where's the support right now? The support's getting close to the 20-month moving average. We're dipping down below that a little bit. But we also kind of did the same thing here with another recent stock that has been absolutely destroyed, which is called SMCI. SMCI dipped down this 20-month moving average, and everybody got super scared over here. So far, it seems like 20-month moving average seems to be serving as somewhat as a support, right, for the month of September. And right now, we're below the 20-month moving average for CleanSpark. I'm not gonna lie. Just like we're way above the upper Bollinger Band over here. I think the time to really start getting a little bit more optimistic and be more greedy maybe down here, unless you think that CleanSpark is going down to zero. Could it go down further? Sure, it can. Am I bearish by looking at this chart on a higher time frame where it just kind of makes higher high and higher low here? No. I mean, I think that if you want to wait until like price gets to like $6-7 you'd be before you buy, like, I guess you can, but right now the 20-month moving average is right at 9.22. I just kind of want to point that out, and I think that's part of the reason why CleanSpark has been just such badly destroyed, is because maybe market makers or the institutions, they really just want to see price back test on the levels and just flush everybody out and make sure that your sentiment is absolutely horrible right now, which I'm sure a lot of your sentiment has been based on the comments I'm seeing on my post. I can't spend too much time here today. I'm going to just do like a quick 10-15 minute live stream. I'm just going to go and leave. But I want to show you that. Why did Mara not drop as much as CleanSpark today? Well, because it's already back tested a rising 20-month moving average in the past. Why did Bitfarm not drop that as much today? Well, because Bitfarm has already touched the 20-month moving average and already a pass. Why does Cypher drop more recently? Well, because it still hasn't touched the 20-month moving average. And so far in the first day of trading day of September, we're touching that, and we are a little bit below that. Right now it's 3.29, and we're price is around 3.26. So theoretically, we're at support, right? What about Irene? Is Irene going to drop down further? Possible. I mean, the 20-month moving average is all the way down here, 5.6. But you're also having some pretty decent horizontal support zone up here at this horizontal support level that is currently finding support at, right? You have a wick right there. You have a couple of candles over here. Over here, we're just basically back testing the level, right? So does it have to go all the way down to 5.6? Not necessarily. What about Wolf? Wolf is one of the best looking chart. If you look at the 20-week moving average, is serving as support. It's like way far away from a rising 20-month moving average. Is forming a very, very nice bull flag. It's not even funny. Like Wolf is probably one of the best looking chart right now. Based on all the Bitcoin miners. And if you look at BTBT, what is BTBT doing? Why didn't it go down that much? Well, because it already touched the rising 20-month moving average last month, right? So if you're looking at a lot of these charts, HUT8 is kind of underperforming, right? But you already knew that. RAI is underperforming, but you already knew that. But what you're really seeing here is CleanSpark kind of getting very close to some, pretty critical support zone over here. And so I could go down a little bit further. Sure. Again, like when I was talking about SMCI a couple of weeks ago, or even last week, I was saying, hey, I think the rising 20-month moving average could potentially serve as pretty decent support at around like 426 back then. And then price dipped all the way down to 400, end up closing back above. And so far, price is also back above 20, right? So I think that there are a lot of these kinds of like high beta stocks that are just getting absolutely destroyed. Because the market makers may just kind of want to push them back to key support zone, and that's what they're doing. I don't know whether or not I'm right or wrong. All I know is that I'm more bullish down here than I ever has been compared to when price is all the way up here. And we'll see how it happens. We'll see what things would transpire. But I think you're supposed to be bullish at support and be bearish at like resistance when things are just getting a little bit overextended. But a lot of times people do this kind of wrong, and I've been wrong, to be like too entirely bullish on CleanSpark, because it did break down underneath the range, and next thing you know, when it breaks down, it comes back down, try to back test some support underneath, right? That's kind of what it's doing. Now, you can listen to me, you don't have to. None of this is financial advice. I'm just sharing thoughts. I'm just another cat on the internet. You don't have to listen to anything that I'm saying at all, and it really doesn't matter to me, not one bit. I just want to share thoughts, and if you want to shut me up, then feel free to comment, give me more engagement. I love that. Anyway, just want to kind of share my thoughts here. A couple other things, like even Coinbase is kind of back testing a very important horizontal level over here. It looks like it's holding. MSTR is still looking pretty decent overall. Like honestly, I like if you look at the weekly, sure, it's underneath the 20-week moving average. It looks just like what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin has been kind of roughed up right now. We just have like a bad Marubosu candle over here, which generally favors bearish continuation. But again, we also had a big green Marubosu candle here, which generally favors bullish continuation, and it just didn't work. Looks like market makers just want to kind of punish you on both sides. And right now we're having a little similar, candle over here like we did over here. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what transpires. I just wanted to share my thoughts here real quick and kind of let you know as to why I ended up buying more CleanSpark here today. A couple other things to look at CleanSpark, and I'll go. It's like way outside the lower Bollinger Band again. Again, it's a falling knife, right? Because this is expanding. Could it keep on going down further to like 5, 6, 7, 3, 2, 1, 0? I mean, I suppose anything is possible. Just like over here, could it end up going to the moon? I guess that's possible, right? But in general, I think it's probably better to feel that, hey, if you're bullish up here for CleanSpark as a company, you probably shouldn't be bearish over here. That's kind of my thought. And unless the fundamentals have really truly changed, unless if for whatever reason all of a sudden you care about dilution over here, you don't care about dilutions over there. I don't know, right? You can do whatever is best for you. A couple other things too, if you look at the wave trend oscillator here on the daily, and you're supposed to look at these kinds of like bearish divergence and bullish divergence here without the wicks. So you do a line over here to here, price went down, and the wave trend oscillator has gone up. So this is a bullish divergence. Can it go down a lot further and build up a further bullish divergence all the way down to 7, 6, all the way down to even like 7.4 or something like that? Sure, it can, right? There's no telling in terms of how far the falling knife would go if it falls. But the further the falling knife goes, the better. And I feel that if you're considering, buying at a higher time frame support, which is where we're at right now, it may not be a bad thing. Not financial advice, of course. So that's it. I just wanted to share my thoughts here real quick, and you can do whatever you want to do with this piece of information. None of this is financial advice. All I have to say is I did buy more CleanSpark. I did average down here. I am down on my position because I was buying over here in the single digits, and then as price went up, I did not buy these candles over here way outside of the Bollinger Band. I was waiting for it to range. I was buying the bottom of the range over here around 14 to 15, and as it broke down, I'm going to end up buying more over here and trying to average down here as much as I can. And if it keeps on going, staying for lower for longer, I have to kind of decide. But I just can't be like bearish at support, I guess is what I'm trying to say, especially when things are a little bit overextended to the downside. Could it go back down to 0.136 here at 7.4? It can. It absolutely can. But if it does go down there, would you still consider this to be a bullish structure because it's still a higher low kind of structure? I think so, although some of the technicals that I was looking at initially just hasn't worked out so far. But I feel that by looking at the other miners, I feel that there is a theme here where the market makers and the institution, they just really want to see it backtest the 20-month moving average. across many different miner stocks that I'm seeing. So, and that's what's happening, and we'll see whether or not it works out. But if it doesn't, hey, I just wanted to share my thoughts. And if I end up, going down, I go down. That's fine. I'm diversified. I'm not all in. I'm not using like leaps or calls or anything like that. So for CleanSmart, I'm down about 20%. I think my average initially was around like $8. I kept averaging up to um, like 12 to 13. Right now, I'm trying to average down to like 12 or so. With Mara, I would say I'm probably down maybe around like 20% or so. Um, Irene, I'm up. Wolf, I'm up. Wolf, I think I'm still up by a pretty significant margin. Cypher, I think I'm down a little bit, but not too bad. I think Cypher maybe like down 15 or 20%. I'm not down too bad. BTPT was a recently added position, so I'm actually about, maybe down maybe like a few percent. So this is kind of where I'm seeing, and if it keeps on going down, then hey, so be it. I don't think I should like really have anything else to say besides just kind of sharing you my thoughts. And if my thoughts are wrong, I'm learning with you. This is the whole process here. So yeah, I think it's fine. I prefer just staying with shares because I feel safer with shares, especially when these are beta plays for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is just being really naughty right now. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go. I just want to do a quick like 10-minute stream here. Kind of want to talk a little bit more about this. It's not a bad idea, Casey. I think it's reasonable to do that. Again, like with Decay, I don't know what to say. All I can say is like with Decay, I was buying when it was 2022 when things were just really vicious. I was buying like T triple Qs here in June when like QQQ was like around 270. I was loading up on like T triple Qs here. It went down a lot further. I was down like 20-30% at one point, but I'm like way in profit right now. So like, I don't know. You have to kind of figure out your own risk tolerance, right? But that's kind of how I see, miners right now. Yeah, right now it's kind of breaking below that support level, but we'll see whether or not it holds. I still think that there's a reason for it to kind of go down to the level that it's going down to right now. So yeah, that's absolutely crazy. But yeah, just gonna keep shares. I'm not gonna do anything cute. And if CleanSmart keeps on going down, we'll see what happens. The month is still early. So far, it's only the first day of the trading, first trading day of the month. So we'll see. Anyway, gotta go. Take care, guys. Bye.